Hi! My name is Ekko. Welcome to your new home. Whoa! This is awesome!
The ocean covers 75% of the Earth's surface, and yet the ocean is still the least explored part of it.
Wow! This jellyfish is so beautiful!
Hidden below the waves, there are creatures beyond our wildest imagination that have lived there for millions of years. Each organism, both big and small, play important roles in protecting our oceans and ultimately all of Earth. Unfortunately, we've come to recognize an uncomfortable fact: that the health of our oceans is under threat.
I live in this amazing place with my family. My family have lived peacefully for millions of years, working with others to maintain the balance of the ocean's ecosystem. It has been wonderful, but we now have a problem.
The ocean's ecosystem is being threatened by the man-made product called plastic. Plastic is entering our oceans, where half sinks to the bottom of the sea, where we cannot reach.
That's not the only plastic making its way to the bottom of the ocean, where I live. We'll come to that later. I need help to find solutions that will help us rethink plastic. Why don't you come on this journey with me? Together, we can learn what to do about this problem. And now, for the fun part, I'm going to use some of my magic to learn what is going on. Let's meet some friends who will learn with me. Whether you live far away from or close to the ocean, how we use and throw plastic away directly affects it. There are different types of geographic areas around the world. Some people live in big cities where the buildings are built very close to one another. Others live in the suburbs, further away from the cities where the buildings are further apart. Oh, and some kids live in rural areas that have large pieces of land used for farming or other types of industry. I've chosen 3 friends, one from each geographic area, to go on this journey with me. Because they are all passionate about the ocean. And the magical creatures in it. Maybe they can help us all rethink plastic and spread the word on how we can protect the ocean.
What just happened?
We're here! Woohoo! I love the ocean! It's magical for sure.
That's so cool.
I just read that we know more about the moon's surface than we know about the ocean floor.
Oh, hey there! I think these kids have beautiful minds, and they can easily see all the beautiful things that live in the ocean. But I'm afraid to think about what will happen if they begin to look any closer. What do you think they will find?
What is that? I'm gonna find out.
Did you know that most clothing is made from plastic fibers that shed into our water? These microfibers get into our lakes, rivers, and even our tap water.
Plastic is a tough material with many uses around the world. Its toughness also means that it never decomposes.
Decompose. Decompose means to rot or to break down into pieces.
We need to do everything we can to prevent plastic from polluting our environment.
Whoa, that's a lot of bags. Where did they come from? There isn't a grocery store here.
Yeah, these bags can just ride the wind and travel long distances. Ultimately, they end up in the water. Did you know that plastic bags like these are used just once before being thrown away? Almost half of all the plastic produced in the world are put into the production of single-use products like these shopping bags, plastic lids for coffee cups, plastic wraps, plastic cutlery, even plastic water bottles.
I think this water bottle is great, and the water is clean, so I won't get sick. What's the big deal?
Most of the plastic produced in the world today is light and tough. So tough that it's almost indestructible. It doesn't rot or decompose. They just remain on the earth forever, and every year we add over 300 million tons of plastic to the earth, and we have no way of ridding what we put on it because it's light and virtually indestructible.
Indestructible means something can't be destroyed.
How we consume and how we manage our waste is the real problem.
Whoa!
Wow, Brian, that's so interesting. I didn't realize plastic never decomposes. And we keep making more and more plastic, which we use only once and throw away? More than 300 million tons a year! The largest animal on Earth is a blue whale, which weighs 150 tons? 300 million tons is like 2 million blue whales! Whoa! We need to be mindful, use less plastic, and clean up our waste, like you're doing now, to stop it from entering the ocean. Oh, my friend Professor Kenny might be able to explain how we can minimize our use of plastic. Let's go talk to my friend Professor Kenny.
Whoa. What are you doing here?
We're Ekko's friends. He sent us to learn more about plastic.
Ekko. Ekko and his magic again. You know why we started trying to invent plastics?
For industrial reasons?
Industrial reasons. And you know what we were using before? We were using the ivory tusks of elephants. So we were killing the elephants to take the tusk. So we're using all these products in nature and we were killing the animals. So we thought, okay, let's come up with a synthetic way. Synthetic means using chemicals. These are molecules that don't occur out in nature. We have to invent them. And you know how long plastic lasts?
Forever.
Forever. And most things that decompose, the bacteria either uses them up, eats them up, or microbes, right? But they can't do that with plastic. So the plastic ends up in our ecosystem.
Ecosystem. An ecosystem includes all living things in one area.
It actually breaks down. It can end up in our bodies. There's parts of the world where it concentrates. So all the plastic on land or that people throw off of ships or boats or fishing nets, it all starts to concentrate. And there's one part of the Pacific Ocean, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, they call it. It occurs in a gyre out in the ocean. A gyre is where you have winds and currents. They converge, they come together, and it'll concentrate in this goopy form. We can't just go in there and clean it up. And we don't see it because it's far off out in the ocean. Whatever we created, it doesn't go away. So what do we do about it?
We use biodegradable products.
Hey, now we're getting somewhere. We use less, right? Do we really need a plastic straw? Do we really need to ask for another plastic bag? No. Can't we bring our own water bottle, right? We know how to do that. Easy stuff. And then we try to work on new solutions using bioplastics. So that's using things from nature that we know can break down, go back into nature without hurting the ecosystem. Now, I like Ekko, I like seeing you guys, but I got a lot of work to do. I got to get back to work.
All right, bye, Professor.
Please call me Kenny.
Bye, Kenny.
Bye-bye.
So, here are some fun facts we learned from Professor Kenny. 1. Synthetic plastics are man-made materials from a lab that do not decompose. They last forever. 2. Biodegradable materials, on the other hand, are materials that may include new plastics made from natural materials that can decompose in a way that does not harm the planet. 3. But the most important thing I did learn was we need to focus on refusing, reusing, and recycling.
Refuse, reuse, recycle. Refuse, reuse, recycle. I'm saying no, saying no, saying no to plastic, cause it ends up everywhere, doing all the damage. Fish float in the ocean, birds fall when they grab it. They swallow it, we choke the food chain with this habit. Refuse, reuse, recycle. Refuse, reuse, recycle. We're so used to throwing things like a quarterback. Who ordered that? Things we buy don't get tossed aside if you don't want it. Look around and see who'd like. Just remember what you got is good more than twice. Refuse, reuse, recycle. Refuse, reuse, recycle. If you do choose to plastic can it or gas it, toss it in the blue bin with the arrow spinning classic. One by one we'll start the revolution. First step to taking action is knowing the solution. Refuse, reuse, recycle. Yo, how am I doing this? Refuse, reuse, recycle. Use it again. Refuse, reuse, recycle. Throw it in the bin. Refuse, reuse, recycle.
Now that was a fun song to help us solve plastic pollution. Currently, there are 3 ways plastic waste can end up. 1, it can be recycled properly into another product. 2, it can go straight to landfill, where it pollutes the soil and the air. 3, it can end up in our lakes, rivers, and oceans. Here's what I've learned so far about how we can all do our part to help solve this problem. We don't have to take plastic bags from the store. We can take our own cloth and recycled bags from home. We should refuse single-use plastic products like plastic wrap, plastic bags, straws, and bottles. We need to use reusable items to reduce the amount of plastic we are creating. If we do use plastic, we must make sure to recycle them. It's simple. Refuse, reuse, recycle.
This planet is a blue planet, and this ocean gives us life.
I make sure my family uses less plastic.
Ban plastic straws! Ban plastic straws! Ban plastic straws! Ban plastic straws!
Tell the city council to ban plastic straws!
I'm Catherine from Cape Town and I say no to plastic straws. The first thing I do was because litter seeps down into the ocean and that's a bad thing for fish. What I do about it is picking up litter to stop it from going down into the drain. I am an eco-hero. I do what I can to change the world.
Hola, soy
Hi, my name is Dawinski. I am Haitian, but I live in Santiago, Chile. Before we used to drink water from plastic bottles, but now we use glass. My name is Ayanda Mota. I live in Durban, South Africa. I use my own refillable bottle instead of buying bottled water to protect the animals of the ocean.
My name is Amanda, and I live in sunny Florida. I always use my Macky-Source bag, and I never, ever litter.
I'm Regina Duana Mendote, and I live in the Philippines. I don't use plastic bottles. Instead, I collect them to make a fence to our house, to make our place beautiful, and also to help protect our environment.
My name's Parker Tunnel and I'm sampling for nurdles on the beach. Nurdles are little pieces of plastic and they're they're the base of everything that is plastic. Nurdles are bad because they're the perfect shape for turtles, fish, and birds to eat them. My project is to bring awareness to the nurdle problem.
Γεια σας, με λένε Αριέλα και είμαι...
Hi, my name is Ariel and I am 8 years old. Every summer that we go to the beach with my family and friends, I try to always remind them not to pollute the sea with plastic bags and bottles.
Γεια σας, ευχαριστώ.
Hi, my name is Maite. And my name is Montserrat. We live in Santiago, Chile. Before we would use things made out of plastic, but we learned that plastic is bad for our health. So we began using glass to drink water and use with our food because it can be recycled properly.
Hello, my name's Ella and I'm 6. We've been picking up plastic. We found quite a lot of plastic. It's bad for animals because they can swallow it and they can die or they can get strangled.
I drink my milk with a steel straw. I donate my old toys. I take my own cup to the restaurant.
Hello, my name is Anna.
And do you know where to buy food without plastic? Where to get a toothbrush made from bamboo? Or where to find a metal straw?
So let's make a difference and make our environment a safer place.
Wow! The kids have done a great job! They learned how plastics are threatening the ocean. They decided what to do about it. Refuse, reuse, recycle. And then they began by changing their own habits. But that was not enough. They are now telling others about plastics and what is happening to the ocean. They are spreading the word across the world to make folks aware of what each one of us can do. Refuse, reuse, recycle. Will you join us? Oh, and don't forget to tell your parents about how they too can help us take care of our planet. Help protect the sea animals by telling others about plastics and what is happening to the ocean. Help spread the word across the world to make folks aware of what each one of us can do. Refuse, reuse, recycle. See you later.
Ocean where love runs high.